I was a kid, the thing that stressed me out the most was the environment. I would lay awake at night worrying about the ozone layer, global warming, endangered species, and the end of Earth as we know it. And as an adult, while I didn't think about it obsessively over the years, now that I have kids and I see the state of the Earth as it is, I still worry about it. I am concerned about the water and that there's microplastics in it. I'm concerned about the fishing industry, just the everyday use and throwaway that our society has become accustomed to. It all concerns me. What are we gonna say on Earth Day? What are we gonna say to planet Earth?
We love you off. We'll keep you clean and tidy.
I believe very strongly in my Christian faith and being a Christ-like follower, and my salvation is only in Christ. But we are called to be the salt of the earth, not the poison of the earth. And that's what this video is all about. The little things and big things that we can do to take care of God's beautiful creation. What is the best thing about Earth, do you think?
So we can ride trains and do fun trips.
What's the best?
My love almonds.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you think you want your children to enjoy when they go outside?
Having fun.
You want them to enjoy having fun outside?
Yeah, and ride bikes and having enough exercise.
So as an adult, I have found that I don't just leave these worries to prayer anymore. There are actions that I can take, especially in today's world where you can find wonderful brands online that are making sustainable efforts, that they're using earth-friendly ingredients and materials in their products, and you can support them. You can pour your money into those things instead of the big industry items that are actually polluting and hurting the earth. First off, we are not perfect in the practice of being a plastic-free household. We do have Legos, we have toys, our food comes in plastic. So it's something that we strive for and try to cut out when we can, but we are not perfect in this at all. I'm gonna just read off my list. I'm sorry, it's not very cool, but okay, for in the kitchen, we use glass food containers instead of plastic. We reuse the cereal bags that come in our cereal and even in our cracker. We reuse those wax paper bags that come with those products. We just put a clip on and they're airtight again. They work great for lunches and snacks and any type of dried food storage. I use that instead of Ziploc. All right, and this is an obvious one. We use metal bottles and glass water bottles instead of one-use plastic bottles. We also use the beeswax wrap for food storage in the bathroom instead of shampoo bottles and liquid soaps. We use bar soaps and shampoo bars. They work great. I've tried a couple different brands. My favorite one is Lush. We switched from the nylon dental floss to a charcoal dental floss that comes in a little glass jar. I am never going back to anything that you can buy at the supermarket. This brand is awesome. It's not super expensive and it's a much more eco-friendly option. We also switched to bamboo toothbrushes. There's lots of different brands that carry these. We found one that carries toothbrushes for children as well. And we've switched to a toothpaste that comes in a jar. It's it has a baking soda. It has more of an abrasive texture. We really like it. It makes your teeth feel super clean and smooth. However, it is fluoride free. If you have any recommendations for a toothpaste brand that has fluoride in and it doesn't come in plastic, please let me know what that is. I'd love to hear what the options are. And lastly, I make my own baking soda based deodorant. I've been using it for years. It works really great. And I will put a link to a video on how to make that deodorant in the description below. For clothing, I love shopping for eco-friendly, sustainable, fair trade clothing because there's so many options now than there were even like 5 years ago. I shop for a lot of Etsy brands that are from different parts of the world. I always try to find linen, cotton, and silks, just very natural materials that have a longevity and high quality to them. Now these clothes do cost more, but they will last a lot longer. So I will put a list to some different places. For our everyday clothing, we buy a lot of Pack clothing because it's an organic brand that is fair trade and very affordable. Underwear, t-shirts, sweatpants, and that sort of thing. And then for footwear, my husband and I have switched to Allbirds. We love their sneakers. And just one other thing, I did a video on this a little while ago about using soap nuts for my laundry instead of liquid detergents that come in plastic bottles. I still use the soap nuts. The only thing is I use regular detergent when we wash our linens because, I don't know, there's a smell that you notice when you're wrapped up in it with a sheet or a blanket that you don't notice in your clothing for some reason. So that's the only caveat that I would add to the soap nuts is when we're doing our bedding, I do a normal detergent, but for everything else, I've been using soap nuts. It gets everything really clean and it hasn't, they're still our go-to for washing our clothes. And I line dry as often as I can, especially in the summer when the suns are bright. I put all of our white stuff out all the time for that natural lightening and bleaching that sun does. And it is a lot easier on our energy bill, on our electricity bill when I use the dryer less. So those are all what I consider like little things that you can try, different brands here and there. There's all sorts of products out there, and I feel like if you can find a product that eliminates the plastic container that it comes in, that's something to check out. That's worthwhile, and there's lots of different options out there. These are just the ones that we use. Now these are what I consider bigger choices or bigger items that we switched in the last year. The first one being we put solar panels on our roof. Our only regret is that we didn't put more. They produce more than what we use in the summer. And over the winter, we also have an electric car, and the solar power that we were able to generate over the winter was enough to run our car, with our electric bill being very, very small, if nothing at all. So we highly recommend this option. My husband purchased his first electric car, the Chevy Volt, last fall, and he's been using it all winter, and he is a little bit of a car nut, so it was a little bit of an adjustment, but as of today, he absolutely loves it. He's a tall guy, and this car looks tiny from the outside, but inside it's spacious, comfortable, and just fun to drive. I love taking it out whenever I have the chance, and there's something so satisfying about not driving to a gas station anymore. It's just, the simple things in life. Let us know if there's any interest in seeing a review of our Chevy. I think another big thing that we've been doing is we haven't been eating fish. I recently saw the documentary Seaspiracy. It was very eye-opening. Not only seeing the brutality of the fishery industry, but also realizing the lack of accountability in the industry, and also realizing that more than 50% of the plastics that are in the oceans floating around are from the fishing industry alone. The last big thing I want to encourage you that I've been doing recently, I've been doing it all spring, is when I take the kids out to the park, I've been picking up trash. And this has made an impact on me. It makes me feel more empowered. I just take plastic bags with me and a plastic glove, and I just walk around and pick up trash. I even take rakes with me when I'm going to a park with a creek so I can fish out plastic bags. Even though it seems like it can't be that much, to me, I think that's huge. Just keeping that plastic out of our local streams makes me feel proud of myself that I was able to do that. It also seems to affect people when they see me doing it. Almost every single time, someone will come up to me and say, "Are you picking up trash?" I don't know why it's an odd thing, but it does seem to impact people when they see someone doing it. So lead by example. I just want to reiterate, when I was growing up, a lot of the times my worries for the environment were just summed up with, well, we'll give it to God, we'll pray. I still pray, I still give it to God, but I also use my hands to do His good work and pick up trash. We are called to be the salt of the earth, like I said, not the poison, not the pestilence of it. We can do great things through Christ. We can do great things for our environment and for each other. That's my message for Earth Day. I hope that you're encouraged. I hope maybe you learned something. I hope you guys have an awesome Earth Day, and I will see you in the next video. What would you say to Earth?
I love you.